The time is 6 p.m., September 10th, Tuesday, September 10th. Notice of a meeting, Manvel Zoning Board of Adjustment. We'll do a call to order. Martina McNichols.
Present.
Ronald Keels.
Present.
Derek Dalmelin.
Present.
Ralph Lopez, present. Kim Bickham.
Present.
Okay, we'll do the pledge. We'll do the Texas. Okay, honor the Texas flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Then the U.S. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with
liberty and justice for all. So if you filled out a comment card, we'll open up for public comments. So we don't have to do last call. Okay.
This is me. We were doing a staff presentation before the hearing so that anyone here would know
What was going on? But we don't have to do that as someone present.
you can have people here.
Okay, so we're going to open up for a staff presentation on the public hearing item.
Good evening, everybody. This is a request for a zoning variance to the setback requirement. The subject site is, the lot width requirement. The subject site is located at the intersection of Old Chocolate Bayou and Macy Ranch Road. It's on the southern corner. And the configuration of the road is a little awkward, so it's not exactly at the corner, but offset by a triangular-shaped property. The applicant is proposing to subdivide this approximately 10-acre land into a total of 7 lots. And in the process, what they've realized is one of the lots is not able to meet the minimum lot width requirement, which is 120 feet. But they're able to have the lot at 110 feet. So they are requesting a reduction of 10 feet from 120 to 110, but only for one of the 7 lots. They are able to meet the minimum acreage requirement, and most of the lots are in fact, all of the lots are more than 1 acre, and the smallest one is about 1.25 acres. Staff is recommending an approval based on the criteria that we have in the zoning ordinance that allows for zoning variance. The first criteria is that the granting of a variance is necessary to secure appropriate development of a parcel of land which differs from other parcels in the zoning by being of such restricted area, shape, or slope that it cannot be appropriately developed without modification. So in case of this property, even though it can be developed without the specific variance that is requested, however, we do see that the property includes a right-of-way dedication for the widening of the street, and then the size is such that you're able to meet the acreage requirement, in fact, exceed the minimum acreage requirement, but only 1 lot request. So it's a minor request, and it's a minor deviation from the requirement, and based on what we'll achieve with the overall development, granting of the variance is more reasonable than not granting it. And on the second criteria, which says the granting of a variance will not be materially detrimental or injurious to other property or improvements in the neighborhood in which the subject property is located, nor impair an adequate supply of light or air to adjacent property, substantially increase the congestion in the public streets, increase the danger of fire, endanger the public health, safety, and well-being, or substantially diminish or impair property values within the neighborhood. And this requested variance, since it's just the lot width, will not significantly or substantially change what the development would be if it complied to that minimum lot width requirement. Finally, the variance desired will not be contrary to the general purpose and intent of these regulations. The requested variance is for 10 feet to go from 120 to 110, and then it's a total of 7 lots. Acreage is significantly more. Right-of-way dedication is being provided. So basically, it's not contrary to the general purpose of the requirement, which is to make sure that there's enough lot size within the district for individual single-family home to be able to have some openness in between each other. So with the exceeding the acreage requirement and most of the lots meeting the minimum lot width, it addresses the intent of the regulation. So based on these criteria, staff is recommending approval. Last meeting, we also had a public hearing where neighbors were out here. They generally expressed their concerns, primarily about drainage in the area, potential flooding, roadway condition and traffic, utility-related concerns, density of the development, benefits of the development, and they had questions about the type of homes that are being proposed. In your report, staff has included some explanation and provided some answers to those concerns. Generally, in terms of drainage, any construction or development of the property will have to meet the minimum requirements that the city has, as well as the drainage district requirements. In terms of density, it'll have to comply with the zoning ordinances requirements. So the land use allowance is single-family home, and it's not going to have a great significant impact on the density. And then there were questions about electricity and the load on the grid and all of that, but that's with Centerpoint. And when the project goes through the planning process, Centerpoint is involved, and we make sure that they provide us with a no objection certificate on that. With that, I would like to conclude the staff presentation, and if you all have any questions, we can address at the action item.
So the public hearing is to hear input from the public regarding the proposed zoning variance from Chapter 77 zoning, Section 77-27B2, minimum lot width within the open single-family residential zoning district for an approximate 10-acre tract of land generally located 350 feet southeast of the southeast corner of the intersection of Massey Ranch Road and Chocolate Bayou Road, situated in the A0320 Erastus Little Tract 1, Division E, Brazoria County, Texas, thereof recorded in Volume 2, page 89 of the map records of Brazoria County, Texas, providing for severability and providing a penalty in an amount not to exceed $2,000 for each day of the violation of any provision hereof. So we'll do the first call for. Okay, second call. And third call. There's 609, there's no response. So the consent agenda, all consent agenda items listed. Okay, I apologize. We're I'm sorry, 609, and we are closing for public comments. So we're back to the regular agenda, the consideration and possible action to approve a request by Gold Chanel Ventures LLC for variance. Oh, I apologize. Okay. So, okay, we'll do a motion for the consent agenda.
A motion.
I second that motion.
So we'll approve the meeting minutes to date. So we'll call for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 1, 2, 3, that's 5. Okay, so back to the regular agenda. Consideration and possible action to approve a request by Gold Chanel Ventures LLC for variances to section 77-27B, 2 Manvel zoning ordinance lot width, property generally located 350 feet southeast of the southeast corner of the intersection of Massey Ranch Road and Chocolate Bayou Road, situated in the A0320 Erastus Little Tract 1, Division E, Brazoria County, Texas. This property is in the open single-family residential district and is just over 10 acres in size. The applicant is requesting a variance for the minimum 120-foot lot width requirement to 110 feet for one of the 7 lots, Lot 4, planned for an open single-family residential development. So we'll open it up for questions or does anybody have any questions in regards to this? I know that the public comments from the original meeting was, people worried about flooding and worried about property values and taxes, and that's not something that we can consider. We're only here to consider the 120 foot to the 110. So we be mindful of that. No comments, no questions, no?
I don't
Anybody?
have any questions or comments.
So I'll motion to vote. I'll need a second.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor to approve the variance?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's a 5-0 vote. The time is 6:12, September 10th, and the Zoning Board of Adjustments has approved the variance. Thank you.